he's just going to be absolutely class. Yeah, I just think once he gets settled, you know, we'll probably see him on tour. It's gonna be brilliant, man.
This is one of the biggest sagas. You know, you mentioned since, you know, Declan Rice lifted the Conference League, but you would argue it's even as far back as January, the January transfer window. You know, Arsenal really stated their intention. You know, no deal for Declan Rice was ever going to get done in January. But, you know, I think roundabout, they're talking about 70 million was on the table. Like, you know, this could be something that Arsenal are interested in. Declan Rice seems elated with the opportunity to jump at Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know, he seems like he's really excited at it. Obviously, there's a number of English contingent that play for Arsenal now, which is I was laughing at this last night. Like, obviously, when Ashley Cole left Arsenal, remember there was the kind of talkings of there was not a lot of Englishmen in the dressing room.
In the dressing room,
and now a man is feeling, you know, he's coming to Arsenal and feeling more or less at home because his mates are there and stuff like that. And you know, obviously, it was important for him to stay in London. He's got a young family that he didn't want to kind of uproot as well. Obviously, as well as all these kind of other bits, there's on the field matters as to why this is a perfect fit for Arsenal. Why do you think it's a perfect fit that Declan Rice has come to Arsenal?
Bro, like, where do I start? I think, obviously, you look at him physically, he's imposing. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". He plays in a position where you need stability. This guy does not get injured. Touch wood. This guy does not get injured. He played was it nearly over 50 games for West Ham last season?
Just on that,
go on.
Continue. I'm sure I saw something that said Declan Rice, since he like debuted for West Ham, has missed one game through injury. Like, they may have dropped him, they may have rotated him, he might not have started a game, he may have come off the bench, but he has missed one game because of injury since in maybe 3 or 4 years maybe since he debuted for West Ham.
Are you hearing that? He's like one of them youths at school that always had 100% attendance. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think, you know, that's where, when you look back at maybe where Arsenal fell short, other than maybe where you can lay some blame at Arteta's door, it was availability, not having our best players. And you can see he's getting these Prem-proven players who are ready, who are going to put in the long, hard yards. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have to rotate or anything like that, but I just think having somebody there who knows the league, who's, you know, he's got the legs, he can do the extra work, he's got the passing ability, and there's bags of room for him to improve. I think as well, just the fact that he is English, it's a statement as well, almost in a sense of like, this is where we're going. Even like marketing, like, you know, yes, you know, you can always say Arsenal are very open to bringing in foreign talent and things like that, but at the same time, you know, we still value this strong English core, and we've got that now. So we're making our team more palatable, like just on every level, like footballing ability, technical ability, you know, what he's going to mean. Like, even just, I heard somebody say that now Arsenal might go back to beating teams in the tunnel. You know, when you look at the size of players, when you look at the quality of the players, and you got Saka in there, now you got Rice. You know, obviously yet to be seen with Havertz, but the guy's 6'4". You got Saliba in there, Gabriel's in there, Ødegaard's there. You know what I mean? Like, even Partey, if he stays, you know, it's just, you start to feel like, oh, you know what, going Emirates is a long day. Let's just get out of here with as little damage as possible and go Harrods kind of vibe. You know, like, I just think it's just perfect, and it just really makes me think like we are back. I'm not saying this guy could be Vieira, but this is the type of like Vieira replacement that we're trying. Like, you know what I mean? This is it.
The fact you mentioned Vieira, like, I was actually watching Declan Rice clips last night.
Yeah.
And I know we've had, you know, all kinds of Donnies come in. DRB was, I guess, the one that a lot of people said this is Vieira reincarnated.
Yeah.
But I was watching Rice, and I was just like, obviously these are compilation moments, best bits, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I said, this guy's Vieira, bruv. This is last night. Funny enough, you said that. I said this guy's Vieira. I was watching the way, and I think I dropped something in our group. I don't know if you saw it. The amount that he has number first in the Premier League for interceptions and all of this kind of thing. I was watching the way this guy was just blocking everything, intercepting, taking the ball, and galloping.
Gone.
Now, we haven't even talked. Like, obviously, he's got a fantastic passing range on him as well. But it's just galloping, that progressive, just galloping with the ball, and no one can stop you. Like one of them ones that if you bring this guy down, you've probably found
100%.
Yaya Toure used to do something similar, like just be able to, it's like that kick and run almost. Like, it's like I was watching Declan Rice and I was thinking, like out of everyone that we've signed and said is the next Vieira, this guy might actually be him. And with the age and everything he's coming into a hungry group of players. That the Arsenal media video when they were all sitting there and they welcomed him. This guy he's comfy. He looks like he's been here,
bro. He looks so happy.
Important. Yeah.
So even the fact that he spoke, he was just like, he wanted to say words. He said what he was here for, and everyone was looking like, like, we don't know this, bro. We're coming for the big ones now. It's our time to shine. I mean, I loved his first interview. He said all the right things. Everything that we spoke about, like the player profile, being hungry, wanting to win trophies. Like I said it to you, man, bro. I need to get closer to the team, bro. Like it's exciting to the point where you feel like, I need to know more. I need to see this up close because it's golden. It feels like golden times are back for Arsenal. And obviously we haven't done anything yet, but it's obviously just the excitement that's building. He just looks like he's going to be a killer on the transition. He nips the ball and then he starts moving forward, and you've got all these other players left, right of him, and it's just, I think, I don't know whether he plays 6 or 8. He's going to probably jump around a little bit in the midfield depending on who's available, who's here, but he's just going to be absolutely class. I just think once he gets settled, we'll probably see him on tour. It's gonna be brilliant, man. I just think it's 100 plus 5 million spent really, really well, and I think the contract's 5 years with a further option to extend. So he's saying, I'm here for the long haul. He's 24. So that puts him at like 29, potentially 30, and he even said he wants to give his best years to this club. I mean,
I mean, of course, there can always be a scenario, and not to be negative, where he wants to leave, or at the end of his contract he doesn't want to, re-sign or whatever the case is. But it's definitely about we've got 5 years now, and it's not just putting it all on Rice, of course. The likes of him, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, these men have they're all of the 4 to 5 year contingent right now. So it's time to handle business. Definitely time. This is the season, isn't it? We are seeing that these other clubs are ready to spend big money on players, especially these ones that are being nailed down to new contracts. It might be a Chelsea, City, of course, have money. Then you're looking abroad, really, a PSG, a Real Madrid, or something like that. Saudi Arabia is the new in thing, and I'm sure none of these players at this age necessarily want to end up there right now. So it's time. It's definitely time, and I think there's even an element of we've replaced Granit Xhaka very well. In terms of if you want to look at the attacking side of the game, obviously Havertz has joined. That's an improvement on Xhaka. Maybe defensive side of the game, Declan Rice is an improvement on Xhaka. The leadership, Declan is it's like for like, it's a like for like swap. And Rice has just kind of carried the entire club that's not really supposed to win anything, and just meant to have mid-table finishes to winning something, and he's got the appetite for it now. And now we've brought in as well, someone that's won something, along with the Jesus that joined last year, Zinchenko that joined last year. We have to start filling this team with more winners, and it's time for everyone else now to catch up and win with Arsenal. And put more medals around their necks, more trophies in the cabinet.
I like that point you said, about we kind of replaced Xhaka with 2 players. We got Havertz for the attacking side, and we've got Rice for the defensive side. And I know obviously we spoke about maybe Havertz deficiencies defensively, and maybe Declan Rice, obviously we've spoken about him maybe becoming adjusted to a better team. He's not going to have to be Superman. He's going to probably have to get better at 1-2 touch passing, because it's not something that's really done there. But, we've taken, all that Xhaka did, and we've now upgraded in both departments. And yeah, man, that midfield, the combinations, like if we keep it the way it is, barring some of the guys maybe we want to get rid of, the combinations we could put out just could be like, oh man.
Yeah, it's good, and like we said, for Champions League, it's needed. We're gonna really be stretched this season. This isn't a case of play your first team during the week and then rotate heavily for Europa League during the midweek and then back to first team. This is pretty much first team every match, every opportunity, until there's maybe Carling Cup, then they can have a break. And then even then the rotated players are going to be chomping at the bit to come in and prove their point, and
especially for doing well.
Exactly.
If you're doing well and you ain't played, you're thinking, it's my chance to bag a hat trick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the last point I'll make on why this is perfect for Arsenal, and you already made the point of the I guess raising the profile of the club again, or reminding people about the profile of the club with being able to do something like this. I think it's a very big, turn it on, I like to say, to the players. Like, if we are going to spend 105 on a man, then I don't think anyone's safe. Yeah. And not to kind of pick on names or anyone like that, the likes of a Smith Rowe that we said already, this is a pivotal season for, bro. It ain't safe. The likes of I'm happy with this guy I'm about to mention, but the likes of a Gabriel that we've seen may have a mistake or so in him, it's not safe. The likes of a Gabriel Jesus that can't find the net as often as we'd like, bro, it's not safe. So, and I'm not saying Arsenal are going to be spending 200 million every transfer window, whatever the case is, but this is a wake-up call that Arsenal are really pushing here. So if you that are in the team or deemed first team players are not really pushing yourselves to give 100% in over 90 minutes every week, the transfer kitty's there. Like, these man won't replace you or demote you, or
this is the thing.
So it's time to wake up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you said, I think that's real. I mean, they've probably seen the versatility of Rice. I think even Ødegaard's thinking, he might be able to slide into my role if possible. Even though I'm captain, Ødegaard's been the first sub many times. So he knows, everyone knows, all these quality players coming in. It's like the competition immediately goes up, because you're thinking, if I get dropped, I might not get back in. They've already seen the treatment of people like Pepe and Smith Rowe, and they will probably know the inner workings even more. We've even seen in the Amazon documentary with Eddie and Sambi having that conversation, and Eddie telling him to buck up his ideas. You can tell the frustration's there, like the hunger's there, but it's how you respond, how you react. You're going to have to really be playing your best football. You don't even want to get benched unless it's like Arteta's telling you we're trying something different. And even then, you want to be part of the people who are going to try the different, you know what I mean? So, it is really like, it's now or never kind of vibes.